Shalom Akim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Mukakadash, double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of Rep, Restore and Rule Well, and the Akim, try the four corners of the earth, preaching the gospel of Mashiach, Yahushai, in sincerity and truth. This is Brother Nash, DC Camp, another lesson again to spark up your mind, to let you know that in the last days we're going to have some conflict with the beast. You know, that's exactly what the Lord Yahushai ought to let us know as we study the scriptures, that we're going to have a conflict between the elect of the nation of Israel and the beast. Yeah, because the beast knows that he has a short time to rule upon the face of the earth, so he has to bring out whatever tool he has to attempt to accomplish his goal for the new world order. And that's it's going to be terrible, man. It's going to be violent, all right? A lot of our people are going to fall into the system. They're going to be consumed. And just imagine, while there's also a World War III going on, the men on the Lord also have to deal with the craziness here in Babylon and wherever they are on the face of the earth, all right? So I got a quick video from this channel, right? It's called I think it's called Edo's Finest, clip or whatever it is, man. You know, it shows you the Chinook helicopter, man. And I remember I had this dream years ago, man. Saw troops jumping out of Chinook helicopters, man. You know, over the city. I was like, wow, this is going to be so exciting. You know, I was so excited when I saw that happening. You know, I was like, wow, man, this guy's going to jump out of the Chinook helicopters with their parachutes. You know, so I was like, wow, these guys are ready. I was like, in the city? I'm like, are you kidding? So I was like, well, hey, let it happen. Yeah, I was so excited when I had that dream. You know, I was like, damn, as if, you know, you're having a front row seat into what's going on in the helicopter and see the troops just jumping down with their parachute and all their gear and everything. It wasn't just one Chinook helicopter, it was several, you know, as many as I could see. Yeah, so it's just you know, a sign of the times that we're going to be seeing very soon. All right, so I just play it real quick and I get some precepts for you.
This is Delta Papa. I am en route to your location. I will be there very
soon. And when I talk about the city, it wasn't like, you know, landing in a park. I'm talking about over high-rise buildings and all that stuff, just like a downtown with commercial district and all that stuff. I was like, damn, it's about to get spicy. But at the end of the day, you know, you just have to understand that, you know, Esau's system has to go down as the Lord has already destined it to happen. And it's going to be beautiful when you see what's going to happen. And the Lord Yahushai will have to intervene. You know, it's going to be what we call divine intervention on behalf of the elect of the nation of Israel, because the elites want to swallow up, you know, our whole nation, wants to destroy the prophets of the Lord, you know, the servants of Mashiach Yahushai. so it's just a drill that they're doing, all right. But in the near future, it's going to be the real deal. So just to expect the ugliness, all right, of this so-called situation in America to get worse, all right, because you hear about people upset with how the so-called election was handled, and there's no backing down. All right, so it's gonna be a civil insurrection here in Babylon. But for the men of the Lord that believe in the Mashiach Yahushai, we don't have much to worry about because this is the Lord's program. He's going to protect us. All right, so you don't have to worry about your safety. All right, it's a spiritual journey. So always remember, you're going to be under that spiritual vibration. All right, so I'm going to read Psalms chapter 18, and I'm going to read from verse 37 to 40. It just tells you that when the Lord, puts you in a position to dominate your enemies, you're going to be victorious. All right. So Psalms chapter 18 verse 37 says, I have pursued my enemies. This is for King David. All right. How the Lord, put him in that position of power, of authority, of courage, of greatness. All right. To be able to defeat his enemies in battles. All right. And it says, I have pursued my enemies and overtaken them. Neither did I turn again till they were consumed. So this is King David reminiscing on how the Lord put him in a position to slay the enemies. All right. I have wounded them that they were not able to rise. They are fallen under my feet. For thou hast girded me with strength unto the battle. Thou hast subdued unto me those that rose up against me. So King David's victory is just a physical manifestation of the victory the Lord gave him spiritually over them. All right. So just like Lord Yahushua says, whatever is done in the heavens shall be done on earth. And that's what reason why you pray that you have victory over the enemy, because in those days, man, a lot of people are gonna be so afraid and scared. Just bugging out, because when they see the violence and they can't handle it spiritually, that's it for them. But for the men of the Lord, always remember, man, the spirit is stronger than the flesh. All right. And then verse 40 says, Thou hast also given me the necks of mine enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me. And that's how the Lord is going to, bring things to come to pass on behalf of the elect in those days. All right. So those men of the elect that are going to be destined to have altercations, with these so-called militia groups and all these tutors and all these troops, whether they're going to be from the so-called UN, or so-called military, it's going to be exciting. All right. That's how the Lord, let things be. Yeah, so you don't be surprised when the Lord intervenes on your behalf and shakes down the military troops before you, just like Elijah was just consuming troops with his prayers. Sent the prayer up to the Heavenly Father. The Lord responded with fire. Just imagine that happening in those days. All right. So always remember, man, you gotta stay faithful until the end. This is not a joke. You're gonna get upset certain times, and you have to understand that it comes with the with serving the Lord, man. That things will make you uncomfortable, but for your own good. So you won't just sit down there and think everything is all nice while the enemy is busy scheming of how to tear you apart, limb to limb. All right. So Revelation chapter 2 verse 25 says, But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. So these words are prophecy. All right. The words of remembrance, you have to hold it, dearly to your heart. All right. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. So it means you have to stay steadfast. You have to hold on to the contract the Lord Yahweh Shai has given unto you. All right. So as you're preaching the word, always remember you have to finish the work. All right. Your work is not yet done. All right. Until the seventh trumpet is sounded. All right. And then the angels are going to beam you up into the chariots. All right. And then let's see. Verse 27 says, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. All right. And that's a blessing, right? That's a reward, all right? Reward with salvation and rulership over the heathen. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. All right? And then verse 28 says, and I will give him the morning star. So just imagine, you come across your enemies, they've been looking for you for weeks. And then you just pop up in front of them and, have a quick discussion and then give them a fair warning, to keep it moving, and then start bucking up. And then the Lord has to respond. Yeah, so it's going to be beautiful, man. See how the Lord let things happen in those days, man. Because the Lord is righteous, right? The Lord's not going to let his servants just give up the ghost, and lose. All right, this is not a journey for us to be thinking about losses. All right, this is a journey to be thinking about wins. All right, it's a victory that the enemy is so jealous about. All right, and that's the reason they pushing hard for this so-called marinara, sauce. All right, that they want everybody to take a leak out of. All right, so this is Isaiah chapter 41, verse 13. So it says, for I, the Lord Yahweh, thy power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. All right. So this is the promise to the elect from the Most High. All right. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. Hey, I didn't say it. The Most High said it. All right. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. I will help thee, said the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yoshai, Ba'ashem Kwakadash, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. So the help that you're expecting is going to arrive in due season. Right? When you think, that you're about to get smoked, see an angel show up and just, turn the situation around. And the Lord can also give you spiritual power in those days. All right. And it's going to be so exciting. And, it's like on a roller coaster, you're holding on to the edge of your seat and all that stuff. It's going to, make, like how you say it, make your adrenaline rush. You feel that rush of adrenaline. It's going to be so beautiful in those days, man. And then verse 15 says, behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. Yeah, so you're going to have dominion over these so-called, entities, man, that have taken control over governments on the face of the earth. Different kingdoms and all that. The Lord's going to put us in a position to be over them. All right. And before America gets destroyed, we're going to be put in a unique position that the elect would not be able to concede losses. All right. And that's the beautiful thing about serving the Lord. The Lord is going to help us out in those days. All right. You don't have to worry about shelter, clothing and food and safety for your family, that under the head of Hamashiach Yahushai. Yeah, so always remember, you have to stay steadfast. You have to make sure that you finish the journey. All right. So I'm going to read from the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3. I'm going to read from verse 5 to 9. So this is what the elect are going to be blessed with. Okay. So it says, and having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. for the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yashai Ba'ashim Kwakadash, prove them, all right? So you make sure that you understand you're going to get tested, all right? Just like Esau, took down one of my videos. But hey, what can I say? It's part of the journey. It's part of the experience. It's the cost of preaching the gospel. It's the cost of, working out your own salvation with fear and trembling. And found them worthy for himself. So we're going to get tested. I just pray that the Lord have mercy upon me in those days, man. Because I have a bad temper. But you know how it is, when you're a Levite, you have to hold your tongue so much that you have to pray, Lord, that Ba'ashim Yashai puts his spirit on you to get yourself, in order. All right. And then verse 6 says, as gold in the furnace had he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. So we're going to be acceptable in those days, man. And you know how it is when the Lord values you more than gold and you are accepted of him. There's nothing that the world can do to snatch you out of the sure mercies of the Most High. All right. Verse 7 then says, and in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. Yeah, so when the Lord blesses Akim with that spiritual power, before they get beamed up into the ships, the chariots of Israel, oh my God, it's gonna be like the Avengers. Yeah, so it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be both sci-fi and horror at the same time. Yeah, so wow. Yeah, so I'm just gonna move on to the book of Zechariah, chapter 9. It tells you clearly of what the Lord Ba'ashim Yashai has in store for his elect, because you already know the Lord is long suffering, and there's not just enough that he will stand to allow his elect to go through. All right. So Zechariah chapter 9 verse 12 tells you that turn you to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. All right. That's the elect. Even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee, when I have bent Judah for me, filled with the bow, right? Filled the bow with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy son, O Greece, and made thee as the sword of a mighty man. So there's going to be a conflict between the elect nation of Israel with the troops of the beast. All right, it's going to be a conflict. All right, it's not just going to be the regular AK-47, AR-15, and hand grenades and all that stuff. It's going to be one spiritual and one carnal. All right. So the kingdom's going to come together, man. The kingdom of the south, kingdom of Judah, and the kingdom of the north, the kingdom of Ephraim. So you're going to have the so-called Negroes joining together with the so-called Latinos. All right, that's the elect. All right, this is not talking about 2/3 of our people. This is talking about the men of the Lord. All right, that have been spiritually destined to come together for the gospel of Hamashiach Yahushai and make a stand against the enemy. And that's why you have the last stand. All right, the last stand on this side. Then verse 14 says, and the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yashai Ba'ashim Kwakadash shall be seen over them. So the chariots are going to show up, and his arrow shall go forth as the lightning. All right, so I read in Wisdom of Solomon, that the men of the Lord are going to be as sparks in those days, just like the flash, faster than the flash, and all that stuff. And the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yashai Ba'ashim Kwakadash shall blow the trumpet, and shall go with whirlwinds of the south. Yeah, so expect more drama, man, in Babylon. Okay? Expect more drama in Babylon. Don't be upset when you see images like this in your dreams, man. Visions. Don't be upset. It's part of the journey. It's necessary that you drink of that cup that Lord Yahushua, talked about. The bitterness is part of bitterness of the gospel. All right, a lot of people don't understand that these things must take place. All right, and then precept from the book of Micah. All right, concerning the elect. Yeah, because it's just the Lord's will, man, that the elect are gonna be able to come face to face, with the enemies. All right. So, book of Micah, chapter 5, verse 7 says, "And the remnant of Jacob," all right, that's the elect, "shall be in the midst of many people, as a dew from the Lord Yahweh Shemachakadash, as the showers upon the grass, that tireth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men." So we're gonna be moving according to the will of Hamashiach Yahushua. All right, moving in the spirit. You're not gonna be waiting on orders from the so-called the police chief or the so-called army general. This is gonna be from the Lord Hamashiach Yahushua spiritually. "And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who, if you go through, both tread it down and tear it in pieces, and none can deliver." So that's the position the men of the Lord are going to be put in those days, all right? Because when the elites, get that green light to come against the prophets, oh boy, then you're going to see what cards the Lord is going to be playing, all right? And then our final precept going to be from the book of Zechariah, chapter 12. I'm going to read from verse 8 to 9. It tells you clearly that in that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, all right? The elect, all right? And he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as the power, all right, as the angel of the Lord before them, all right. And just imagine, man, when the Lord makes that revelation in those days, that his servants are going to be endowed with spiritual power to be able to resist the enemy that's armed with all types of weapons and ammunitions. All right. Verse 9, "And it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem." Yeah, so that's how the Lord is going to let it go down. The Lord is going to intervene, and the Lord is going to shake down these nations with his power. So that was the point there, Akim. Okay, when you see these troops, don't get nervous. It's just, what you say, Swiss cheese for you to go through in those days. By Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Shalom.